Representative Gray.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Permission to speak on Black History Month.
Representative Gray.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In 2017, international tennis star Serena Williams gave birth. Shortly after giving birth, she felt some unusual symptoms, and she reported them to hospital staff, who were unconcerned and tried to reassure her. But because she knew she had a history of blood clots, she insisted that they work it up. And that workup revealed that she had a large pulmonary embolism, a blood clot in her lung that required immediate intervention. Although Ms. Williams' story raises concerns, I'd like to talk about her newborn. Last month, the National Bureau of Economic Research published a study examining infants born to first-time mothers. That study combined income tax data with birth, death, and hospitalization records. The results showed for every 100,000 births, 173 babies born to the richest white mothers would die before their first birthday. 350 babies born to the poorest white mothers would die before their first birthday. 437 babies born to the richest black mothers would die before their first birthday, and 653 babies born to the poorest black mothers would die before their first birthday. Babies born to the poorest white mothers had a better chance of living to their first birthday than babies born to the wealthiest black women, like Serena Williams. Prior to running for office, I worked at the Alaska VA, and we had a training about racial disparities amongst our veterans. We were seeing better health outcomes for white veterans than black veterans. And the implication of the training was that we might unconsciously be treating blood pressure more aggressively in white veterans than black veterans. That we might be offering a cholesterol-lowering medication to a white veteran but not to a black veteran. That we might be willing to order a CT scan or an MRI for a white veteran, but not a black veteran. And I will tell you that the folks who took that training to a T thought, this does not apply to me. I treat everyone equally. I am not a racist. Let me explain a little bit about why I have to pay so much attention to a training like that. I grew up in Texas. My father was a doctor. My father routinely referred to black people at home with the N-word. My father's parents, my paternal grandparents, routinely referred to black people with the N-word. My maternal grandparents routinely referred to black people with the N-word. If you go back in my family's history in Texas, you will eventually get to the Civil War. My family on all sides fought for the Confederacy. I am a descendant of the Confederacy. I am a descendant of slave owners. I am a descendant of white supremacists. My heritage informs who I am and how I view the world, and it is my life's work to continually examine that legacy and make sure that the messages I received as a child do not control my actions as an adult. It's a daily exercise that I must engage in for the rest of my life. That training at the VA was for me. Like my fellow healthcare providers, I bet there are folks listening to me right now who say, I don't see color, I treat everyone equally. Allow me to address that first part. If I include my military deployment, I've lived in 6 different countries, the Middle East, Eastern Europe, the Balkans. Every country I've lived in, people see color. People judge people by the color of their skin. America does not have a monopoly on that. Humans see color. As far as all lives mattering equally, we only need to consult that little document that so many of us carry in our pockets, the US Constitution, that shows at the time of its writing, slaves were 3/5 a human. And if you say, well, that was hundreds of years ago, look at that study from 2023, where a baby born to a poor black mother is almost 4 times likely to die before his first birthday than a baby born to a wealthy mother. So for those of you in the room who say this absolutely does not apply to me, I would ask that you take a moment to look at your lived experience, the messages that you internalized as a child that may be informing your actions today and may, however unintentionally, be causing harm to people of color. And that I ask that you do it in honor of Black History Month and in honor of babies that will not live till their first birthday. Thank you, Madam Speaker.